Hey y'all, I'm gonna just get comfortable today because that's just kind of how I'm feeling, how I am feeling. So I recorded a vlog like a few days ago. Today is Monday, April 1st, and I recorded a vlog a few days ago, and it was a full day of a vlog, like a whole day, right? From the time I get up to the time I go to sleep at night, just showing y'all a full day of my life. A mom to dad deployed, that type of thing. I got some good shots and just everything, right? And I was like, ooh, this vlog about to come together so cute. It's gonna be so nice. I had at least 3 hours worth of content. My battery died at least twice through the process of recording this whole video. What's crazy though is like, I don't even really like people knowing how I move and the things that I do, like on a everyday, on a day-to-day, because I'm just that type of person. Like, I can be open, and I am open, and y'all know that I have shared a lot of stuff on here, but there are some things that I don't really like to have open, and I just kind of realized that I put a lot of things out there, some things that I want to and some things that I don't really, just because it's considered normal, you know? So I actually went ahead like 30 videos or something like that from my channel, and it's not because I feel embarrassed about anything that I said or anything like that. I wouldn't take anything back. I wouldn't really try to hide anything because I'm actually trying to hide it. I just realized how much I was actually oversharing and how kind of really weird content creation is and the things that we have normalized. So I've never felt comfortable recording certain things in general, like when I catch certain b-roll or vlogs, because of my children, right? My daughter is 8 and I've been on YouTube for a few years, so she'll see me recording stuff, but I never really felt comfortable recording around her. But like over time, watching videos about your fear is holding you back was making me think like, okay, maybe I should just make this more normal in our household. But like, even though my daughter did get used to seeing my camera out more around, it still never made me feel like really good or comfortable inside. Like, it just never sat right with me. And even this vlog that I recorded the other day, I wasn't catching the clock when I was recording. I was just gonna put the time on the video of what time it was, but I also realized that I didn't really want people to know what time it was when I was doing certain things, just because like I didn't really want to let people know what I was doing like every hour on the hour, you feel me? Not even like people really care about my life that much to like be like, oh, it's 2 o'clock, Gabby is probably doing da 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 right now. Like, nobody cares. But like, I don't know, maybe somebody out there does care. And I really have just been coming to realize that I really just want a regular degular life, y'all. Like, I crave stability, happiness, peacefulness, and nothing really too crazy, you know? And that's really what I really want to dive into today. And I kind of had already been having this feeling, like I was just saying about recording around the house, but I have been having this feeling about taking a video down that was on my channel for a while, and I didn't want to because it was like one of the videos with the best numbers on my channel, but it also was a video that really openly exposed where I live. Like, if somebody really wanted to find where I live at, they could find where I live. So that's why I was feeling like I should hide it, but I was just kind of, you know, casting it aside or whatever. But recently I saw this video. I had never seen her before somehow, and she got almost 4 million subscribers. I think her name is Court Treasy or something, and in the video she was talking about things that social media has made us think is normal. And she said it was kind of like a spin-off of when Lucy Benson had created her series. She was talking more about from the content creation side of things, of like what we have made normal, and one of the things that she spoke about was oversharing. And when she first said that, I was like,
oh, I don't really overshare.
I'm thinking, yeah, that's not me, because I'm vulnerable. I'm a vulnerable person, and I have a good level of vulnerability on my channel, and I just open up to people. But the more she talked about it and the more examples she gave, I kind of realized, no, Gabby, you definitely do be oversharing. And she was saying how like she would love to be more vulnerable. She would love to be one of those type of creators, but she just has this thing about people using things against her. And you know, I'm just continuing to listen. I thought it was a very cool video. Like, I love listening to it. And then afterwards, I knew I wanted to watch a video next. I can't remember the creator's name, but she talks about influencers a lot too, and her video was about how influencers basically be lying to us. And she had all these clips showing how creators basically be making their content and they just be falsifying certain things to show us something, like sell us a product, or they say they do all these things in one day and they really record it on different days and they put it together and make it look like a certain day, basically living a life that they're not really living in order to show us or tell us something that is not really the case for clout or money or whatever. And some of the things that I was seeing in her video was like really blowing my mind, because I'm like, yo, really, people really be doing this stuff. And like, I don't consider myself an influencer because I'm not that big, but I do consider myself a content creator because that's what I have been doing. But I ain't never lied or played no games like that. But like, watching those videos back to back really just had me thinking about a lot. And so that night I just went to go journal, just regular degular. I was about to end my night with a journal, and when I opened my journal opened to a journal entry from a while ago where I was talking about how I had just found out what somebody was saying about me. Like, this person is in the family and they were talking like big money cash about me, y'all. They called me crazy, called me an unfit mother, was saying that I can't be fixed. They were threatening to call CPS on me, and they be watching my videos and I'm crazy. And I remember that time because this didn't happen that long ago. Like, this was like last year, a few months ago. And I remember when I first like found out and like saw what this person was saying about me, I was like mortified because I couldn't believe that they were saying these type of things about me, because I thought this was somebody that I was cordial with, that we had a decent relationship with. And all the time, like, I found out they had been talking about me behind my back for years. And I remember feeling very self-conscious about continuing on my channel after that, because I just felt like, is this how people are portraying me? I'm being open and I'm sharing some of my struggles. Like, are people taking that as I'm crazy? And then like, when I think about the things that I want in life, or what I'm trying to overcome, or you know, the battles and the demons that I'm fighting, and believing that I'm going to overcome them, I mean, yeah, I guess it could really sound crazy, you know, because when you want better for your life, when you want better for yourself and for your children, and you are a good distance away from it, like, you do kind of sound crazy, because you're doing things that most people aren't to get to a place where you know God has called for you to be. And it can sound crazy. So I'm just like, you know, whatever. Like, if this person think I'm crazy, I really don't care. Although what they said was really freaked up. Like, they said some really messed up stuff about me, y'all, and like really messed with my head a little bit, because I couldn't really believe that it was somebody out there that, you know, that had been in my home and everything, like around my children and everything, y'all, like talking about me like this. And so I opened to that page in the I opened to that page in my journal, and it really just had me like, wow. And I think I just had like, I started thinking about this vlog that I had just recorded the day before, and I was like, you know what, I really don't mind anybody seeing this vlog. Like, you don't really know whoever watching your channel, because I don't know who watching my channel. Like, some people in my life, I'm aware that they might be, and some people, I think there are some people I know that are watching my channel, but I just don't know who they are. And so I thought about it like, the only person I would really be bothered about seeing this full day of the life video is this person. Like, this person is the only person who I wouldn't be comfortable with seeing my full day, because I don't want them in my life like that. Like, I don't want them in my business. I don't even talk to this person anymore. Like, I don't associate with them, and I know because of the role this person has, I am gonna have to come into contact with them or see them at some point, but I just know it's different, you know, and I just don't want that person in my life like that. And I have always been so kind to this person. It's not like I ever did them wrong or really said or did anything bad to them, you know, for them to really spit on my name and my motherhood like that. So I was just like, but you know, I can't block this person from YouTube. Like, you can't block people from YouTube. Anybody can see your stuff. So I was really having the moment, sitting in that moment, like, am I still gonna post the vlog anyway? And I was like, well, I'm not gonna let this one person stop me from, you know, doing what I'm doing, because this is what I do. And just because they feel about me this way, that really don't got nothing to do with me, that they feel that way about me. Like, that's their personal situation and depiction of me, and I really don't care. So, you know, I go on to start journaling, y'all. And then, like, I'm sitting with myself, and you know, next thing I know, like, I just found myself in this deep prayer. And I actually didn't even get to journaling until about 30 minutes after I timestamped the journal to even start writing, because I just found myself really spending some time with God, talking this thing out. And in that prayer with God, I really realized that, like, I really don't even want to show people everything that I'm doing. I had so many times where I was popping on the video and I was like, yeah, I'm trying to record so bad. Like, y'all know I'm trying to vlog. I'm having a hard time vlogging, you know, because of my son, my children. And it just dawned on me, like, maybe that was God stopping me from vlogging, because that's not my way. You know, that's not even really me. I'm really realizing that I actually enjoy vlogging. I enjoy getting the different clips and putting the video together and chop it up and adding the music. Like, I love making vlogs. Like, don't get me wrong, I have so much fun with them. I never felt like I was a creative person, and making vlogs and putting them together and seeing it come to life makes me feel so creative, y'all. I love doing it. But excuse me, it's the part of people being inside of my household to that level is what I don't like. It's the part of cameras being around and me getting certain shots of myself and of my children and of my family that I don't like. It's my children coming up, seeing a camera in their face while they're doing something like eating their breakfast or brushing their teeth that I don't like. Like, it's really not normal. It's really not normal. And so many of us, like myself, have fallen into this trap, like, because we in society absolutely have normalized this. It is normal. Like, it is normal. But my thing is, I don't want it to be my normal, or I don't want it to be my children's normal. I don't, you know, like, at the end of the vlog that other day, me and my daughter always end the night reading for 30 minutes, and she reads to me. So she was reading her book, and she stopped for a second and she whispered, she was like, are the YouTubers gonna see me reading and hear me reading? The camera was sitting up with the tripod, but I hadn't turned it on yet. I hadn't turned the camera on yet. And I was like, yeah, they'll hear you reading, but they just won't hear you reading the whole time, because you're gonna be reading for a long time. And she was like, okay. And I thought it was so funny, and I was just like kind of giggling to myself. But like, as I was about to start journaling, I thought back on that moment, like, that should have never happened. Like, that is a special time between me and my daughter for us to read at night. And like, why am I trying to let the world in on seeing that, you know, and posting that on the internet? So I already had a conversation with her, and I told her that I'm not going to be doing those type of videos anymore, because that time between all of us in our household is special. And if I do continue to record us, it's going to be a home movie. She didn't know what a home movie was, so I had to explain that to her. But it just had me thinking, y'all, like, y'all, what really happened? Like, what really happened to what goes on in this house stays in this house? Like, I don't know, maybe that was just a black thing. And honestly, I think a lot of us heard that growing up, and we relate that to something toxic. Usually if something really negative was going on in the house, that's when our parents would say that to us. And I definitely do believe that there were times where, you know, me and my brother shared things with our nana that we should have, and other times where I can now understand why my mama would say that. Like, I would not say that to my children to basically imprison them and making them feel or believe that they can't share anything with anyone that goes on into our household. Like, I wouldn't say that to that extent. And honestly, that's a phrase that I haven't used with them, and their dad hasn't used that either, because he heard that a lot, and I think he's more traumatized in that by that phrase than I am. And I just kind of feel like I understand that energy. Like, I understand the energy of what goes on in this house stays in this house, but from a more healthier perspective. You know, like, how have we gone from hearing that from our parents to telling the whole world what we're doing? It's normal for you to have on a bonnet and your body wrapped up in a towel, and for you to just be behind the camera talking to people. Like, sis, you're practically naked and you're talking to us. It's normal for a man to show up on the camera standing in his boxers and to get dressed with people. It's normal for a female to post a video of her in her panties and her drawers, like, just talking to us or getting dressed with the world. And it's like, that stuff is really normal now, but it's really crazy to me that that's really normal. And I had never gone to that extent, you know, being someone who catches content or whatever. But for me to even, you know, put myself on the camera the way that I have, like making up my bed, making up my bed is intimate, you know. Like, why do people need to see me making up my bed? And it's even like the Christian content, you know, where people are praising God and reading their Bibles and stuff like that on the camera. As a content creator, it's like, you don't really know, like, this person could just be faking it, like they praising or something real quick, just for y'all to get the picture of what's actually happening, and then bring it all together later in the video. Or they could actually be in that moment in their Bible or with God and then post it later. But it's like, either way, it's wrong, you know. And it feels wrong, and I get it, because we want people to be able to visualize what we're saying and what we're doing. But it's certain things that, you know, we really shouldn't be putting on the internet. And I have a hard time, like, even taking in some of the Christian content now, because it's like, I get what you're trying to do, but like, that should be special, you know, between you and God. And it's like, how far are we going to take it? You know, people are in the shower, like, not showing their private areas of their body, but like in the shower, like, you're taking a shower and you're posting yourself taking a shower. Like, this stuff is really not normal. And, you know, social media and the whole world of business and what everybody is doing really could have you thinking that you want something or you desire something that normally, if you weren't exposed to it, you wouldn't really care. And I do believe that sometimes we do have to be exposed to certain things to realize that it's a reality for us. Like, I remember one of the first time I went into one of my older sorors' house. Her house was so big and so beautiful, and I had never been in a house like that. And it really opened up my mind to the fact that, like, as a black woman, I could have a home like this, you know. So we do need to be exposed to certain things, and I totally understand that. But like, at one time, for example, I wanted to be a millionaire. I wanted to you know, get to the point, because I seen other people doing it. I seen other women doing it, having businesses and stuff like that, and my mindset was like, well, if they can have that and if they can do that, why can't I? And I remember Wesley being like, why you gotta make that much money? And I was just like, because I can, and because I want to be able to leave something behind for our kids, you know, that whole thing. And I made sense, but I can see now that I really was totally missing the point of what he was saying. Because where I am now, like, come on, I really don't need $1 million. Like, I really don't need to be making $1 million every year. I really don't even need to be making $500,000 every year. Like, if, you know, God puts me in a place where I am making money like that, okay, you know, thank you, Lord, praise God. But that's not something I'm any longer out here desiring. Like, I really just truly desire to be comfortable. You know, I want to be financially stable and well, yes, but I want to be happy. I want to be at peace, and I want to have a normal life, okay? And creating content to the extent that we are used to seeing, that we've been doing, is not normal life. And I just couldn't understand why I was having such a hard time recording and filming certain things for my videos and for Instagram and stuff like that. And it really just slapped me in the face that night, because it just made so much sense now. Like, that's just not for me. That's not what I want to be doing, and that's not the type of things that I want my children to grow up seeing. I don't want them growing up, you know, having a camera staring at them in their face. And I don't want to create a lifestyle where I'm getting by or making money or whatever because people are watching me wash my face in the morning. Like, I'm not coming down at anybody who's doing stuff like that, but that's just not for me. And I realized that at least a lot of the creators I watch, they're single people or they live alone. It's so much easier to make content like that and put that stuff out there when you only have to take care of yourself, or you have a space to yourself. When you have a partner and when you have children, it's just a whole nother game. Like, have y'all heard of that girl? I actually didn't really know anything about her until I came across her maybe like a month ago when I was looking at Snapchat. I think her name is Redhead Army Girl or something like that. Basically, she was married, this white girl, she had red hair, she's married to like this black guy. I really don't know too much about her, but apparently, like, in her videos, her husband was really what was gaining all of her traction and views and stuff like that. And after a while, people started to notice that her husband, he just never looked content or happy with what was going on. Eventually, she ended up facing divorce with this man. The guy spoke on it, and he was just saying that he felt like his wife was using him to make money. So, like, that's one thing. She already has her platform and everything like that, but bringing her husband into it, and her husband, you know, to some extent was willing, but he wasn't happy doing it, and it got to a point where it brought a damper down on their relationship, is a real thing. Like, I'm not a person who watches couples channels and like family channels, so maybe I don't have a full understanding and a well-rounded perspective to speak because I don't watch it enough. But it's also like, as a member of a family in a motherly role, I just can't see myself doing that. And I don't like to watch certain things because I just don't understand. And like the little kid influencers, I just can't get with that. I really do value keeping my daughter's digital footprint low, and I think that's why I was having such internal confliction every time I pulled out my camera around her, because I'm like, I don't want her to think this is normal. We're in an age where people are quitting their jobs to do social media when they already have something good going for themselves, and social media has no true solid outcome of success for them. There's just so many different like games and things involved with it, you know, and then there's actually jobs and roles out there that we need people to fill. And if my daughter didn't want to go down the road of being behind the camera in some sort of way, you know, if she wants to give that a shot, she can give that a shot. But I don't want her to grow up seeing me doing certain things and feels like she should do that too, or thinking that it's an easier way out and she can do that. Whatever she wants to be, I want her to be able to try that out and go do that. I don't want her to grow up seeing her mama film everything around the house and film herself and feel like, oh, my mama made a way, so I'm gonna go this way too. Like, cause am I not in a way getting in her way of what she could naturally feel like she wanted to do? Or what God might be trying to pull her to do or show her the direction of what she is supposed to go in, but she's so blinded by what I've been doing by having cameras in her face her whole life. You know what I'm saying? Like, the way I just said that, I don't know if that just made sense, but y'all know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I generally, like, I don't mind sharing things with people, and I have not always been as vulnerable as I am today. I learned to get to that place, and I think once I learned how to get there, I stayed there, and it like overflowed from being vulnerable to being overbearing with my stories and oversharing. And I don't want to be an oversharer, and I think that's partly why, because I had said recently in one of my videos that I just got so sick of my trauma. I really don't live in the past as much as I used to at all. I don't even like thinking about things that I've gone through because I healed from most of them already, you know? And going to the past like that, even the word trauma, when I hear it now, or like when I hear certain terms, you know, like at what point are we going to face what we've endured head on, do the work to heal from it, and move on? Move on. That level of vulnerability is very helpful and very needed when it comes to helping other people heal and get past it. But I think too many of us just get stuck right there, like just get stuck right there in it, when the main goal is for us to heal and move on. And if we're called to help others heal and move on, then that's what we should be doing. I don't know, like even the last video I recorded, I ended up crying. I really didn't mean to. It just happened, you know, and I'm not at a place where I apologize for my feelings. I'm a human and it just happened. But like, there's a fine line between sharing something because you know it could possibly help somebody, and sharing something because you need to let it out and it just happens to come out over and over and over and over again. You know, like at that point, does that person just need somebody to talk to? You know, overall I'm happy, but there's still been like this feeling of tension that I've been feeling and pressure, and I realize that it's coming from content creation, like it's coming from social media, because I keep feeling like I gotta do certain things and present myself in certain ways. Like honestly, the whole hey y'all, what's up, welcome back to my channel, I never liked doing that. Like I just felt like I was supposed to do that at the beginning of every video, but like why? Because everybody else is doing it, I guess. And it's like, no, YouTube used to be very fun for me, and you know, I'm just finding myself wanting to go back to the basics. I just want to come up here and talk about whatever is on my mind. Like at the beginning, when I first started my channel name used to be Gabby Be Speaking, because I would just come up here and talk about something. But then, you know, I started learning too much about YouTube, and it started getting too structured, and I just ended up sucking all the fun out of it. I started wanting my channel to grow because I felt like I needed it to, because I needed to change my life, and I needed to help certain people come out of poverty, and I needed to do this, and I needed to feel like I was somebody and have a career and be a successful business owner, and I need to be one of those people on YouTube who made it. And like, oh my gosh, you know, just thank the Lord for growth. You know, I really have healed from all that needed to be healed, and the rest of it I just do it in the garbage because I just really don't care. Like, I don't really care about that stuff, and I just don't care about a lot of stuff that I used to care about anymore. I just know I just want a normal life for me. I want a normal life for my family. I am a stay-at-home mom, and for years I despised it because I felt like I wasn't doing enough, and I needed to be able to succeed in something else. Like, if I'm not going to be working on a job, climbing the corporate ladder, I need to be making a business, and I need to be booming and just be this top-notch businesswoman and da, da, da. You know, like, because that's where I found my identity, in being successful and having a job. And no, I now have found my identity in Christ, and I am a mother, and I love being a stay-at-home mom. It's not something that came natural for me, but it's here now, and though it's not always easy, I do love what I do, and I'm so thankful that I have the opportunity to actually be doing this and still be able to get what we need. because we're in a day and age that having what you need is such a blessing. All these people out here just make you feel like you want to be a multi-thousandaire, or that you want to be driving a Mercedes, that you want a house with 2 extra rooms with all this lighting and white walls and this bomb kitchen, and to have like this top-notch husband that makes 6 figures and takes you out on dates every night and blah blah blah. Like, social media just have you making you think you want all of this stuff when you really don't even care. Do you really want all of that, or are you okay with whatever it is for you? We don't always have to be the best and greatest versions of ourselves every day. Like, just because you are the best version of yourself, that doesn't mean that's how you're going to show up to life every day. You know, you can still be your best version, and your best version could literally just be your most peaceful or joyful version. It doesn't mean having all these it girl products and having this it girl routine and all this other bull crap that people just keep talking about. Like, and that's another thing that I realized too. I really enjoy YouTube. I enjoy learning from other people and getting teachings, and I like watching other people's vlogs too, because it's just entertaining. But like, so many of us are just talking about the same junk over and over and over, and you know, that's because we keep trying to jump on the bandwagons. Like, whatever videos, topics are shooting off and people are getting views, we just feel the need to do our own spin, our own version on the topic. I don't even understand how all of us keep watching the same topics over and over. Like, unless you're really on a deep self-love journey, self-worth journey, or spiritual journey or something like that, and God is leading you to a video, or you want to be able to hear something different from a different perspective, I just don't understand how so much of what we're doing in life has gotten as far as it has. And I really just, man, God has really allowed me to use YouTube to be able to grow and become a better person, because I see my old videos, I hear where I'm saying and where I was at, and I can see myself on camera. And if I didn't catch the way I said something, the way I said it when I recorded it, I'm seeing it and I'm hearing it when I'm editing it, you know. And I enjoy doing this. I enjoy being here, so I'm going to continue to do it. But even the whole like post every Thursday at 2 o'clock, like, I'm not doing that no more, y'all. Like, I'm not going nowhere. I'm gonna still be here, but I found myself living in the confines of the internet and these apps and what these people saying that you have to do to be able to get success. And I'm just not doing that anymore. Like, if God wants to do something with my channel, then he's gonna do that, and if not, then he's not. So I have to free myself, and I'm still showing up, but it's just not going to be what it was or how it was before. And it's so funny because, you know, the whole thing that people are saying, being delulu is a solulu. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. When people say they be delusional, I actually, in my head, that translates to having faith. Because when you have faith, it is pretty delusional. But it's different. Like, when you're being delusional and it has absolutely nothing to do with God or what he's told you to do or called you to do, you're being delusional. Like, you're not doing something that's aligned with what he has for you or what's supposed to be happening in your life. And there's so many success stories out there, which is so awesome, but just because that something worked for somebody doesn't mean that's supposed to work for you. Like, just because somebody is doing something and that inspires you to be like, hey, if they can do it, I can do it too, that doesn't mean that's what you're supposed to do. Just because you have the ability to do it doesn't mean that's what you're supposed to do. Like, somebody could have that epiphany and go do that thing and be wildly successful and still be left empty and void. Why? Because that's not what they were supposed to be doing to live their life. There's so many people who are doing things that they are extremely good at, but it brings them no fulfillment, no happiness. And when we see all these things that people have, like the whole black girl luxury, I love seeing black women live luxuriously, okay? But I'm not saying like all of us are not meant to have that. or supposed to have that or allowed to have that. I'm saying all of us don't necessarily want that, but when we see it, how good it looks on somebody else that we can relate to, we start thinking we want that because we visualize this stuff and we see ourselves with it, and it just becomes more normal in our head, like we're supposed to have it or we can have it too, when deep down in your heart and your spirit, in the core of who you are, you don't even really care about all that stuff. I thought when I made a certain amount of money, I would go buy me a nice bag. But honey, I'm not even a purse person. I have a couple purses. I'm not even into purses like that to go spend on a bag. Like, I will, if I really want a new purse, best believe you will catch me in Burlington or Ross snatching me up a purse. Because I don't care. Like, as long as it's cute, I don't care. I'm not about to wear nothing fake or nothing though. Like, I mean, let me chill. I would throw on some fake shades. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'll throw on some fake shades, but I'm not gonna throw on no fake attire or shoes or a purse or nothing like that. But like, I just don't care about that stuff like that. Like, having enough money for some red bottoms, I'm not gonna buy any because I don't care about that stuff. But when you see it presented in your face so much where it becomes normal, you start to think that if you had the opportunity to have something that, you know, why the heck not? And it's just the world conditioning us and the devil trying to use ways to get us further and further away from God. And vanity and delusion is how he does that. Just because somebody has something doesn't mean that it's for you or that you even want it. People just keep flaunting all of this stuff in our faces, and after a while it just kind of makes us wonder, like, dang, why am I not able to have that, or why don't I have that, when you never really thought about it because you never really cared. And I just really want a happy, simple, peaceful, financially stable, comfortable, healthy life with my family, with my friends. And you know, one could say because I'm getting older, but in our reality, I'm only 31 years young. I'm not old. But I value the wisdom that I'm getting as I age, because I really just want wholesomeness in my life. And I really got sucked into this world of social media, having me thinking that I can have that too. I want that too. God, when is it coming for me? When am I going to get mine? And I just thank God for stalling so many of the things out that I asked for, because to me, that was him giving me time to really open my eyes and like get off of that crazy train and get back to real life. Like, get back to real life. I'm at real life, y'all, and I'm loving it over here. And I am not about to be subjected to social media and stuff like that. And man, like, for me to just open up to that page on my journal, like, to me, like, that had to be God, because I really was just opening up the book to get to the next blank page, and it was like boom, right there in my face. It's like the feelings that he was already giving me and the thoughts that he was already giving me, on top of the 2 videos I had just seen back to back, which happened to be the very same night that I opened up my journal to that page. It all just came full circle in that night. That just woke me all the way up. Like, I feel like, have y'all seen that movie Inception? Like, I feel like that's how life is sometimes. We are in just this deep sleep, y'all, and like every time you have an epiphany, it's like ooh, ooh, ooh. Like, you just wake up every time. Like, I feel like I just been waking up to so much nonsense and craziness over the past few years, and every time I wake up, I just feel lighter and happier. I don't know, I'm just about to live my life and keep living my life and be thankful for what I have, and stop falling in these traps of what other people are doing. Like, I think we just get far and farther away from reality. Like, and like, we really living in a world where being delusional is okay. Like, just think about that. Being delusional is okay. You take a leap of faith in an area where God calls you to take a leap of faith. You don't take a leap of faith towards something that God has ordained and blessed somebody else to do and have. And that's what we've been doing, y'all. And it just gotta stop. Like, it just gotta stop. But that's it for now, y'all. I'll see y'all in the next video. I don't know when that's gonna be, child honey boo, but it's not gonna be like weeks and weeks, that type of stuff, because I do love being on YouTube. I do enjoy making videos, but the every Thursday thing, sis, bro, it's just not gonna be that anymore. So I'll see y'all next time. That's it for now, y'all. I love y'all so much, and until the next one, peace and love. I'm out.